JaRule, what up, buddy?
Yo, what it look like? What it
What,
look like?
what's
What's
happening?
happening? Ain't shit, my nigga. What's good?
Man, you know what it is, man. Trying to get through this boring ass quarantine, right?
Yeah, everybody quarantining right now. It's good though, man. Give everybody a little bit of time to, just gather their thoughts, get back to what's important.
Right. Walk it back a little bit, man.
That's
Eh,
it. That's it.
that's it. Where you quarantine? Where you at, man? You in New York? Where you at? Florida? Where you at?
I'm in New York right now and shit.
Woo!
I'm in Jersey.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm at my crib out in Jersey and shit. So we chilling.
Man, that's a hotbed out there though, man. Whew.
Tell me about
Man.
it. Listen, y'all ain't far behind out there in the shy. Y'all catching up right now.
Yeah,
I
we
told a
are.
few of my homies out there like a few weeks ago. I got a couple of my ball players out there too. My female ball players out there. Big shout to the ladies. Big shout to my Chicago squad, Ferrari and the gang. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I I was telling a few of my homies out there last week. I said, "Yo," because they was like, "Yeah, we running our niggas out about doing their thing out here." I said, "Man, listen, I'm in the hotbed, and yo, it's serious. Like, people are really getting sick and dying, and like beyond that,
Yeah.
you know, um, you just don't. There's no beds. There's no room for people to get sick. So you ended up with situations where they real talk. They just letting people die, man.
Damn. Yeah.
And there's stories coming out and stuff like that. Nurses have been coming out and speaking out. It's crazy, man. It's real crazy, but
Yeah.
we're gonna get through it. We'll be all
Yeah, we're gonna
right.
be all right. We're gonna be all right. Hey,
Yeah.
gotta shout out our bro, man, Coffee. Man, shout out Coffee for hooking us
Yeah.
up. Hooking it up,
Big
man.
shout to Coffee, man. And the licking. Big
The
shout to
licking.
the licking. Yeah, my
I
brother Coffee spot.
yeah. I know they sick of me, man. I promise you, the lobster pasta and the lobster bites, I can't get enough
Man,
of,
I
man.
love the licking, man. We need one out here in Jersey, man. I might have to open one out here, man. The
Yeah, you gotta
licking is
get
the
one of them.
spot.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Make sure y'all check it out. Hey, John, let's go and get to it. What really got me to want to, I was like, man, I read the tweet that you put out recently. And that's what really got
Yeah.
me to like, I'm like, yo, man, I wanted to do it. It's like you was saying, man, stop with the false narrative when you was talking about, man, 50 killed you. And you like, man, you was going against 50 MG Unit, D12 Buster, DMX, Dr. Dre, and the feds all at one time. He's like, let's talk
Yeah.
about it. I was like, oh, we gotta talk about it, bro. We
Yeah.
gotta talk about
Yeah.
it.
Shit,
Let's
let me
get
tell
to
you, the truth is the only motherfucker I was worried about was the feds.
it. Facts.
They do it different.
They,
They do it a little different on their side.
yeah, man.
Word.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, so a lot of people, this is the crazy thing. Because you've talked about how the beef started. I actually forgot. I've been in radio longer to know. I was like, man, they used to mess with the same girl. What the hell? What made it happen like that? Um, have you ever just looked
Man,
back and just been like, what the hell, bro?
it really don't matter to me no more. I really don't care. I don't, I try not to even think about it or make it a time. Because, every time, it's crazy. Every time I talk about it, they're like, oh, Ja, he trying to be this, or he trying to be relevant. I don't give a fuck. Ja's doing what Ja's doing. I'm comfortable, man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm comfortable. But it is what it is. It's part of history. It's part of my history. It's part of his history. I think a lot of times people don't really understand how things happen and what went down. But to explain it at this point it don't even matter. That shit don't matter neither. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Right,
people
right,
don't
right.
give a fuck. The beef is so old. It's like people really just they tired of hearing about it. I'm tired of talking about it. I know he's tired of hearing about it too. Well, maybe he's not because he likes, he likes the tomfoolery and shit. He like, what I'm saying? That's his shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah,
But
that's definitely his bag right there.
there's a lot of false narratives about our beef. A lot of negatives, bullshit that was put out there about our situation.
What's one
But
of the narratives that really what's one of the narratives that piss you off when you hear it?
man, I mean, where do we start? It's like everything. It's like all kind of shit. Like First of all, one of the things that I, really is crazy to me is like I didn't. People try to make it like I started shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't have nothing to do with starting the beef. I'm just a nigga out there killing the charts, killing the industry. Making beautiful music and shit. And then here comes this nigga hating on everybody in the industry, not just me. But he made How to Rob. He was talking about this nigga and that. Just everybody in the industry. Just
right.
clout chasing at its earliest stage. You know what I'm saying? He's like the first motherfucking clout chaser. And so that's what it was. That was the stem of it. And there's a lot of rumors to the story. That he seen me and I ain't say what's up to him. I slided him or whatever. That's just. That's all, stories, fabricated stories. But like I said, it's neither here nor there. Don't nobody give a fuck about that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
All I know is that I'm good, he's good. I'm here taking care of my family. My family's beautiful, my wife's beautiful, my kids beautiful, my home beautiful. You know what I'm saying?
and I mean,
good.
That goes for making, and we'll get into that a little later on in the conversation. That goes for making great music. You know what I mean? And that's what it comes from.
And it's like, I want everybody, all the people to know that, it's love. I ain't got no beef with nobody. I ain't thinking about that shit. That beef shit is 20 years old.
Right.
20 years old. I seen a meme the other day or a tweet somebody put it and said, Michael Jordan and Isaiah Thomas been beefing longer than me and Bibby and shit.
Oh yeah, they definitely got y'all beat.
They're about the only niggas that got us beat and shit. You know what I'm saying? But at this point, I think it's childish. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about nothing. Niggas ain't getting into no real smoke. So if it ain't about that, leave it alone. The memes and all that shit is it's funny for the kids and for the public, but it ain't about nothing. So leave it alone.
In a way, it was, in my opinion, it was more a competitive space. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you dominating the late 90s, all the early 2000s, like dominating. And he had to get you out the way because the funniest thing, and everybody that said it was like, yo, he tripped on him about singing and then started singing. That lets you know that a fact of the matter is,
real talk, I think I'm not, and I ain't being funny about it or nothing, but that's admiration. That's an artist seeing another artist using a formula or what they thought was a formula, but it was just my passion for music, and was doing something that no other artist was doing at that time.
No,
there was a time like in that era when new artists was getting deals, and they straight up and asked them, yo, can you make some of them JaRule records? You know how to make them JaRule records? Like, artists was getting signed on the fact that they can make, JaRule sounding records. And that's just real shit. So, in my time, in my era, I had a great run. I did some, when I think back, because people like to talk shit about, when they talk about the records that I made and everything, they talk about the features. Oh yeah, features on this record. I love collaborating with other artists. That was something that I really loved doing. But a lot of the artists that I was collaborating with at the time, they were new artists. I like to spread my love. I was getting, at that time, I was getting 3,000 spins a week at radio. You know what that is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what that was. I know what that was. And the thing of it is like, and I had to say something about, somebody was talking about a Chris Brown compared to Michael Jackson or whatever. And I'm not going to, I don't want to sound like the old guy that's shitting on the new artist, right? But I will say this, there's something to it to a person having to actually get their ass up and go to a store and buy a record. And
no doubt.
Those sales are a little bit more, I think they hold a little bit more weight than a download. They just do.
No doubt.
Because you had to go get
experience.
JaRule.
You went and picked up the records. You read the credits. There was the extra pictures inside that you might have hung up on your wall.
Right.
Different. And the in-stores. We used to do in-stores. I used to do in-stores. There'd be thousands of people outside of a small record store in Tallahassee, Florida. You know what I'm saying? Like, you run through the Chitlin Circus and everything, and just you know, show love to the people. Go touch them. Go feel them. It's different now, you know, because you know the internet is what it is, and people can just put their music out, you know, digitally and go live and stuff like this and reach you know hundreds, thousands of people and stuff. So it's different now, but I like the old way, man. I like being able to go out and touch the people and feel the people and just, you know, tell them you appreciate them for you know,
for what they've done for you, man. Again, and let's take a turn into that. As far as the new artists, and do you feel like sometimes just because of the way the industry is, it's like get it, go, everything's like right now. Do you think that it's kind of hurting the artistry, and we're gonna pay for it on the back end of hip hop? Because if you think about it, I mean, it's not. It is some artists that make some timeless records right now, but it's not a lot right now. It's not a lot. It's not a lot of JaRules making records that you could play 25 years ago.
We gotta let time tell.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because if you'd have said this 15 years ago, niggas would have told you JaRule's records wouldn't have lasted to now. You know what I'm saying? They'd have probably said 50 records would have lasted to now. But you know, not to be on no bullshit, but my records are aging way better than his records. You understand? But there's a reason to that. It's not just, you know, there's a reason for that. You know, when you look at his records and his catalog and his discography, a lot of his bigger records are street records, street orientated records. You know what I'm saying? Those are a lot of his, you know, records that people feel. And it's like people from that era are grown now. Niggas that was thugging and bugging and doing what they doing, niggas is grown men now. Niggas is at their kids' weddings and taking their kids to school and you know, so you know, they really listening to those records that slap at the barbecues, that slap at the weddings, that slap at the you know, at those fun places where you know, and that's where I dwell. You know what I mean? That's where JaRule records are still spinning. People are still having a good time. You know, when they throw on them old school records, my records mesh well with the new shit. So that's the difference. You know what I'm saying? And I think people have graduated from that mentality of I'm the hardest, roughest, toughest motherfucker, and niggas is living they real lives. You know what I'm saying? And being fathers and women are being wives and you know, raising kids. And my music is kind of built for the love. You know what I'm saying? So it's just different.
Yeah. How does it feel? I mean, because it seems like some people try to fight it or will talk negative on the new rappers. Man, how does it feel? You've been one of the few rappers I've seen since you've been out and just doing your thing. You've transitioned into, yo, I'm a kind of like how old school rock bands be like, yo, I'm going to tour. I'm going to still make some music for my little bit of corporate. You seem like you've toured, you've transitioned into that really good. How were you able to do that?
It's the catalog, you know. People still want them hit records. They want me to come out and perform them records. And as long as I'm still able, you know, I can get out there and still rock and run across that stage and give them that real JaRule energy. I'm there. I'll perform till I can't do that no more. You know, that's part of why I keep in shape too. I work out. So yeah, man. You know, I got to keep my wind up for them shows. You know, so it's definitely a good thing that artists from my era can still go out and tour and travel and do their thing and make a lot of money on the road.
Yeah, I love seeing that, man. Congratulations to that too, for real.
Let's talk
about some of those battles.
You ain't got no drinking, nothing. Where your wine at?
What you talking about, man? With JaRule, what you talking about, man? What you talking about, man?
I'm talking about cheers, my nigga. Yeah.
Cheers. It's just in the red cup.
I see the red cup. I see the red cup.
yeah, we chilling. But yeah, let's get to it. Some of the battles, man, like, because that's really where it came from, the battles. And then
Yeah.
50 said he would battle Snoop. I hope he doesn't do that. I hope he doesn't do that. Even though it's because it's not really a battle. I think they're more celebrations of the music between both artists.
That's what I love about verses. It's a celebration. It's about the
Yeah,
love. It's about the great contributions that each artist has made to, hip hop and the culture.
yeah.
And that's what I like about it. You know what I'm saying? Me and him couldn't do a versus because it wouldn't work out that way. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all break
It
this
wouldn't work.
motherfucker.
It wouldn't work out that way.
Right. I've interviewed 50 enough times to know that he's gonna throw a shot. It'll turn into something not good.
Hey, listen, me, I'm from a different elk. You gotta talk dirty to that nigga. Ain't no kumbaya, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You gotta talk dirty to that nigga. You understand? And if all who don't understand what I'm talking about, understand, nigga. You gotta talk dirty to certain niggas. You understand?
Crazy, man. Hey, well, look, who would you want to see battle? Who would you want to see battle if you could? Who would you want to see that out of the ones?
I love all the battles. I ain't gonna lie. I was one of the ones that wanted to see, the older school, some of the older cats get busy, like Babyface and Teddy Riley. That shit was dope. I would love to see some of the older cats get involved, even I really think Babyface should have went up against Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. I think that would have been a dope ass battle. They kind of same era. I think Teddy is a little newer. But it is what it is. I love the battles, man. The versus is dope, man. I love it. I would go against whoever. My catalog speaks for itself, and it's 20 songs. I'd have a ball doing it. Win, lose, or draw. I wouldn't lose, but win, lose, or draw.
Hey, there it is. JaRule has issued the challenge. Somebody go ahead, man. Because I like hearing, because what happens is, we've been doing it so long, and you forget, for us, for especially people on the radio side, we forget some of their records. We be like, oh, and I think other people too, they be like, oh, I forgot that one was crazy. Like, you know what I mean? That's the part that I really like about it. Like, my favorite one was
that's the best part. We gotta go what you saying.
No, I was just saying, my favorite one was Lil Jon and T-Pain. Best one to me.
That's what I said. They had
that's the best one.
You know why? Because their energy was so magnetic. They two fun dudes. And they had so much respect for each other's music and catalogs. It just made it really, really dope.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I enjoyed their battle a lot too. Who we got coming up? We got Erykah Badu and
Jill Scott.
And Jill Scott.
Yeah, that's gonna be fly. That's gonna be fly. Don't look Erykah Badu in her eyes, man. It'll mess with you, bro.
That's gonna be a good ass battle, man. This is the first female battle. Females is catty, yo. So I'm waiting to see how this one play out.
But them two like earthy. They not gonna get that way. You can't. Now the rap. I don't think the rap chicks can't do it. Like the rap with I don't think Erykah Badu and Jill gonna get catty.
Man, I'm gonna see. I want to see it. I want to see it happen. I think it'll be a great battle though. They'll be good. It'll be a lot of fun. All the verses are a lot of fun.
Yeah, they are. So what's going on with you now, man? What's happening? What's JaRule on now, man? What's good?
Working, man, grinding. I'm in different things, doing a lot of different shit, man. I'm in the tech space. I got my company, Icon.
Okay.
That it's really dope. Creating TV shows. Doing. I'm doing a lot of different things. So. My new album 12 coming. So, I'm having a lot of fun, man. I'm having a lot of fun just being creative and, trying to be inspiring. That's it.
Yeah, man, you seem like you're in a good space, bro. Like, and that's good to see, because you done had some ups and downs, and it's good to see. This as a fan and a person that's interviewed you a couple times, man. I feel like seeing you in a good space is cool, bro.
What people don't understand is, us as black people, man, we come from the bottom, man. I came from the bottom. There's really nothing that I can go through at this point after I've made it and made money and able to send my kids through college and you know, just be able to support my loved ones and my family in the way that I always wanted to, and still, you know, comfortable. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I get what I want, buy what I want, do what I want, you know. So it's like coming from where I come from. I can't. There's nothing. I can't. How can I lose?
Yeah.
Like what do you call losses at this point? You know, I'm a person that thinks differently anyway. I don't really believe in losses. You know, my shit is, you know, either you win or you learn, and that's my thing. I've learned some lessons in my life. You know, I've learned a
We
few
all have.
lessons, and that's cool because I take those lessons and I, you know, put them to my next thing, and now it's going to be that much better because I went through it in a big way. People look at failure and losses, you know, as a scar, a blemish on their record, but really they should look at it as strength.
100%.
Every successful person has went through many failures before they got to their success, and if they haven't, they won't be able to sustain the success because,
They
or
ain't been through
even
nothing.
or they even if they falter a little bit, they won't know how to handle the struggle because they've never struggled. You know
Facts.
what I'm saying? So
Facts.
so so you got to go through a little bit of pain, a little bit of struggle. You don't have to, but it builds character. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
It definitely builds. And failure just leads you to your next great thing. So if you out there and people feeling it, man, you know, like going through it right now, you know, coronavirus, this whole situation probably has people going through a
Jammed
lot of
up.
a lot of different mental, you know, progressions
Yeah.
and shit. They're
Yeah.
going through the motions. And I understand it, but what they gotta understand in the long run is we've been through a lot in this country as black people, as minorities. Even if you're not a minority and you don't quite understand what I'm talking about, you haven't been through that much struggle. We too will this thing will pass. We'll get through it. We be all right, you know. And as a people, I think this is a time for us to really organize. Start understanding who's the real enemy, you know, and get focused on our goal,
Yeah.
and which is the empowerment, the betterment of our people and our culture and our you know communities.
Facts. Facts. Hey, bro, before I let you out of here, I gotta let you. I got you out of here. Did you just look past the comments that your man made about Irv Gotti? That Fifth made about it.
I ain't even see that.
Uh,
I seen a little glimpse of it, but I ain't really peep it.
well, you just go look at it because I was like, it's so fun. And the crazy thing is that I've known y'all for a while, interviewed y'all for a while. So I like, yo, when he see this, he probably got something to say, just not saying nothing, man. Because
Listen, man,
Irv is a different kind of dude.
ain't nobody thinking about this goofy ass nigga, man. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? Like for real, man. Like it's a lot of childish shit, man. Niggas, we real niggas, man. Like for real. Like
it is.
let's everybody just peace and love to the world. Because it ain't like that. It ain't, you know, it's not that type of situation, man. It's really a love situation, man. It, like niggas ain't beefing. Niggas ain't it's at this point it's all about memes and jokes. It ain't no real fire going on. Ain't no real smoke going on, man. So
There it
you
is.
know,
There it is.
yeah.
All right, now I like to ask people. I like, especially artists that have been in the game for a while. And I'm not saying incriminate yourself or nothing like that, but do you have a funny old school story, like from a tour, from an in-store, a radio visit? So, if you got an old school story that you had with another artist that you want to share.
Man, it's so many crazy stories in hip hop, man. I gotta be thinking of something, man. I gotta think of one.
Did you think about like hell no?
Spot. Because you know why? Like some of the stories I done told before, so it's like I don't make no sense to tell them again and shit. They done heard those ones. So I'm trying to think of a good one and shit. I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I get it. I'll take it. I just, always, if you got one, just go fire it off, man. But, it's all good, man. Again, Ja, man, I appreciate you,
It's
bro.
love, man.
I appreciate
Yo,
you. Thank you
Chicago
very
love.
much.
Yo, man, listen, man, I got a new a sports team.
Okay.
A female football team and shit in a league
Okay.
called the WFLA. Yeah, I
Okay.
got the New York Stars and shit. I'm trying to get my brother Coffee to get the Chicago breeze.
Okay.
So we can have some fun. But
Okay.
it's a real dope league. It's the first time ever that females are being paid to play professional tackle football. So, y'all look out for my New York Stars. We taking that first chip home. You heard me here first, huh?
Oh, here you go. See, that's all we gotta get. We gotta get a Chicago team. I can't
Yeah,
let
gotta
you get
get
that
Chicago
off. I
pop.
can't let you get that off. No doubt. My brother, man, you stay well, stay safe, man. Blessings to
Always
you and the
love, man,
family.
for sure, baby.
Love. I'll
My
talk
nigga.
to you.